I just say it's all timing. Everybody has a different time. You know, you can be acting for like 20 years and you still don't have that break, but it's timing.
Yeah.
You could be a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
But your time is not here yet.
Yeah,
so you keep grinding until that time comes. You know what I'm saying?
That's a gym right there. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Givin Game, the podcast. I'm your host, Rickey! And today's guest is another special one, y'all. Y'all probably seen him in Justin Chon's Sundance award-winning movie Gook, The Resident on Fox. Long, slow exhale. And you can see him on the next season of Apple TV's Truth Be Told. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaiah, Jarel. Yeah.
What's up, man?
What it is, dog.
Man, I'm glad to be here.
Hey, man, happy to
Be
have you
on
come
the
on.
podcast, man.
Yeah,
I've been
man.
seeing everybody on there. Hey, it's my turn. You know
It's your turn, man. Let's get these gems.
Yes, sir.
I always start this off with, where are you from?
From Chicago. Well, my family, they're from a town called Robbins, Illinois. Is where like Dwayne Wade and Keke Palmer's from.
Okay.
My dad's side, he's from the city, Inglewood.
Chi-town, man. So when did you, start acting? Did you start in Chicago or did it start when you got out here?
I started in Chicago. Actually, man, nobody knows this. I was around 6 years old.
Oh, you were 6?
Yeah.
Well, he's a child actor?
Yeah, so I have a cousin. He was in Losing Isaiah. He played the double of Mark Jeffries, who played our actual Isaiah.
What?
He's a double. So my cousin was like, yeah, you should get Isaiah in it. She told my mom that.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay. So I'll never forget this, man. It's a funny story. Me and my sister, we went to this agency. It was called Lily's Talent Agency in Chicago.
Okay.
It had like an open call.
Yeah.
We went there. At a young age, it's like they want to see what you can do without your parents being in the room.
Yeah.
And my sister, she had the personality. She go in there. They was in there. That was so hilarious.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's my turn. I go in there. I'm looking like, where my mom at? Why you ain't coming with me?
Yeah.
I just shut down.
What?
Yeah. They said, we love Jerusha. That's my sister's name.
Uh-huh.
We love her. We would love to sign her. And we said, as far as Isaiah, we love him, but I think you should wait till he's a little bit older and bring him back. And they told me that. I just started crying.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, why they ain't pick me?
Yeah, Christmas young man dreams.
Yeah, so
you've been getting those since early age.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I'm going to basketball, man.
You just start going hard at basketball?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
So after that one, once they said we didn't want you was like, fuck this acting shit?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. I was like, I'm going to the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, I just knew I was going to the league. I went to a private school in Chicago Heights.
Uh-huh.
I remember one day I was sick.
Yeah.
We had a game. My ass, I didn't go to school.
Yeah.
But I went to the game. The teacher found out. She snapped.
What?
How could he go to the game and not come to school? What is this? What? She was going crazy. And after that, they said, I was the reason why they said, if you no longer go to school, you can't play in the game no more.
Yeah,
they made that rule after that. They said, we stopping that.
We can't have motherfuckers not showing up to school but showing up to the game.
Yeah, they stopped that, bro.
Yeah, so when you started, the basketball and you were going hard at that, when did you get back into acting?
Nah, this is how God works. The freshman year, God was like, okay, it's time to go back to acting now. He took the passion away from basketball immediately. I woke up and I'm like, I don't want to hoop no more. I want to act.
What?
It's crazy, right? Like the passion for it just disappeared. I didn't want to hoop or nothing. Like I didn't care, but I still love to hoop. But
but
I want to, like he just like
the love of the game was there, but just that.
Yeah, he said, I gave you your time to do your thing, but it's time to go back.
Yeah. I
went in the room to my mom. She's like, you sure? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well. She called a friend of mine. He was in Step Up. Because he did a Chicago Bulls commercial. When he was in high school, everybody, that's the dude from the Bulls commercial.
Yeah.
And we was always hanging around each other. My mom talked to his mom.
Yeah.
And they, had a long conversation, told her what to do. And she introduced me to this guy in L.A., and he was doing a movie. And it's crazy because it was with Michael B. Jordan.
What?
Yeah. It was me, Michael B. Jordan, Corey Hardrick, Jay Lee, and Arlen Escarpeta.
Damn.
And when you see the photo, I'm gonna show it to you.
Yeah. I have it pop up right here. That's
okay. It's very prophetic because I'm the youngest one at the group.
What?
And everybody was on shows. I'm the last one.
What? So what was the movie? What was the movie called?
It was about the 818.
It's called 818?
It's called 818, but it was about the Valley. It was
Okay.
about the gang rival in the Valley and stuff like that.
So y'all did the movie in Chicago.
We even do it. That's the crazy thing about it. Something happened with the director and producer where they bump heads and they just dropped it. They shelved it basically.
What?
So like I was telling everybody in high school, like, yo, I'm finna be in a movie, y'all.
Damn, didn't even come out.
No. And that's why to this day we'll talk about it later on in the interview, but that's why I don't speak on things until it happens.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, whatever happened to that movie supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. It happened.
It happened. It's like, because you
know?
never know. There's so many things. I don't say shit unless
Yeah.
it actually comes out, or like I know, like I'm in that motherfucker.
Right.
Until you see that final cut, I ain't posting shit.
Facts. You looking crazy. You gotta scratch your head like,
well, at least you got the picture. At least you got
I got the picture. Yeah, I got tons of those.
Because people like, you supposed to do a movie with Michael B. Jordan.
And I got tons of those, man.
Yeah, so at least it's like it's still documented and you still have those memories.
Yeah.
So that was supposed to happen in Chicago.
No, it's gonna happen in LA. I flew to LA for the first time in 2007.
So you flew to LA before that?
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
You flew back home.
I flew back home and I was like, yo, Ma, I gotta move to LA. She's like, well, boy, you in high school. So right now you gotta wait. And I was at that time I was a sophomore.
So when did you move to LA?
The LA move was 2011. I had a friend of mine was in the class with me. He moved out before me.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to keep in touch with him because he told me he was in LA. I'm like, oh, man, I'm trying to get out there, too. He said, bro, if you want, man, like, you come down and visit and see how you like it.
Yeah.
I said, okay, cool. Bet.
Yeah.
So I told my mom, like, yo, my friends, I come out there. She said, okay, well, you got a place to stay. Go ahead. I'm like, all right. So I went there for 7 days. I was like, I like this. And the weather, obviously, and the women, is like, yo, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
So I go back to Chicago. I was like, man, I got to figure out how I'm going to move out to LA, man.
Yeah.
So I called him again. I would always keep in touch with him. Like every few weeks or a month, I just, tap in with him.
Yeah.
He said, bro, I got a proposition for you if you want, man. And you can move in here with me and you can share a room. When I say room, I mean like a room. Like we in the same room. Like bed to bed, his bed on there, in like college.
Shit. Dorm room.
Yeah, it was like the real world up in there. Like it was a 4-bedroom townhouse.
Yeah.
But it was like 9 people living in there.
Shit.
And our rent was $450 for that room. So we split that. So that's $225.
That's not
a
bad.
piece. At the time, that was a lot to me.
What?
'Cause I moved out here with $1,000. She gave me $1,000 to move out here with. And I was like, man, okay, I got to make this work. I got to find me a job.
Yeah.
All that. So she said, I'm going to give you $1,000 and you figure it out. I was like, all right, bet. That's all I need.
Yeah.
So I moved out here June 10th of 2011.
Uh-huh.
And I hit the road running. The first day I was going out looking for jobs.
So you got a job and everything like that. How did you start acting? Like, how did you? What was the way you started?
Okay,
like,
now
did you
this
get on
is
the cast. Like, how did you get the game on how to break into the industry?
So my roommate, he was doing background work.
Mm-hmm.
He's already tuned in.
Okay.
And I would always wonder where he be going at 5 in the morning. And coming back and like, I thought he had a job, but he said, no, I do background work. At the time, I knew what that was.
Yeah.
I was still green a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, background work, what's that?
Yeah.
So he told me, he said, bro, you be an action commercials. You make like $250, $200 for 8-10 hours. I'm like, what? Really? He said, yeah. He said, it's called Virgo Talent.
Virgo, damn, I forgot about Virgo Talent.
Virgo Talent. I said, okay. And he told me about that Virgo Talent. I signed up. I had one of my first jobs. I had an off day, and it was for a Jordan commercial. I was a background actor, and I made $250. $250, bro. And then they asked me to come back the next day.
What?
So I made a little bit under $500 in 2 days.
Damn.
That's way more than my paycheck in the whole month at Foot Locker.
Damn.
So you know what I did?
Yeah.
So I told him, I think I'm gonna go ahead and quit. I didn't get my 2 weeks. I just quit.
I'm out of here.
I just quit, bro.
This is making money over here.
Yeah. Like he was shy. Like, what you mean? I said, I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be there.
I'm not gonna be there.
Once you got Virgo Talent, did that open up?
Yeah, open up doors.
The
so
doors to like the other side of background and all that?
Yeah, so I was doing commercials, and it was one commercial I did, and this manager was out in the crowd. I guess he said he saw me when I walked in, and he finally walked over to me. He said, "Hey, young brother, are you an actor?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "It's crazy because I'm a pastor, but also I'm a manager as well." He said, "God told me to come to you. I spotted you out of everybody in here. He said, go to that guy right there." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." He said, "Here's my card, man. Give me a call." I said, "All right." So I told my mom, like, "Mom, what should I do?" She said, "Call him and see what he says." I'm like, "All right." So I called him. He said, he told me his story and whatever.
Yeah.
And he said he knows Corey. I'm like, "Corey Hardry?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I know Corey too."
Yeah.
He said, "Look how God works." Because he said, "I used to manage Corey back in the day."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, man, okay." So that right there, just like, that was the sound. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and try it out.
Yeah.
So he sent over the contracts, whatever, and I signed with him. And he got my first agent, like, within a week.
So what was he? Who was that? Who signed you? The guy?
His name was Ernest.
Okay.
Ernest Johnson.
Did he have Ernest Johnson?
Yeah.
Did he have like a company name or?
It was I think it was called Jita Artist Group or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called. He's from LA, I think.
Okay.
It's called Jita's Artist Group, and he signed me. He got me an agency. I was over at Nancy Shidez.
And was this a TV agent, commercial agent?
They was everything. I was across the board with them.
Okay. Did you start taking classes when you were in LA, or did how did that happen?
At the time, I couldn't afford classes. I was the guy that was at every seminar they had. I was at every free class that they offered. Like, my manager would tell me, like, go to this class, or sometimes he'll even pay for it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the money at the time. Sometimes he'll pay for my coaching. So, but I was always out at every free seminar class they had, like, trying to get the gems I needed because I couldn't afford it at the time. So I was always out.
You didn't have the money to pay for, like, your training, but you took the initiative and seeking out a different alternate route to, like, get the information.
Yep.
So he was like, all right, I can't afford classes, so I'm gonna go to all these free seminars. I'm gonna go to all these audits. Because a lot of classes have free audits.
Yeah, they do.
So that's free information. Like, you get free game, you get to see what their class is about, and then you get to take that and run with it.
Right.
So that's a good thing for, people out there who may be like, oh, I don't have enough money, I can't pay for this class.
They still out here too.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that has free seminars, free audits, free workshops, to get a little test trial. So definitely, if you don't have the money, just look out for stuff that's, like, free. Soak up as much as you can. Don't let money be the reason you don't pursue it, or let that get in your way. So as you did that, you got all the seminars, and you start getting auditions and stuff. When did you start to, like, book more jobs?
It took some years.
Yeah.
Like, I had a few callbacks, but, like, I was still getting my feet in the dirt. Trying to figure myself out as an actor, and what's my strongest point, whatever, like that. So I booked commercials. I booked a lot of commercials, non-union, stuff like that. But I didn't book my first TV job until 2016. I had to find my niche, like, what's gonna seal the deal for me to book that job.
Yeah. And what was that?
The first job, or
no? What was your niche that you to seal the job? Like, what was that for you?
Making the right choices in an audition room, because majority of his job is about choices you make.
Yeah,
you make a right choice. Like, you can go off the whole script sometimes. He ain't say not a word on this page, but the choices he made. Yeah, I like that guy. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. You might you make it your own, but if you make a choice that they like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
you can book the job from that, and I start making right choices.
What tips and, like, game can you give to, like, a novice actor, like, trying to get into the game?
Okay,
like, who they may be in Iowa or Ohio or somewhere right now, and they're watching this and they're like, damn, man, I want to get to LA. I want to be an actor. I want to be on, like, Truth Be Told. I want to be on, like, these shows like how you are. Like, how can they get started?
How bad do you want it? Like, 'cause before I give you all these gems for acting, because some people do it just for fame. They want to do it just because they want to be on TV and have money. Or why you want to want to act?
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause my friend doing it. No, that's not a good answer.
Yeah.
You ask yourself, are you willing to be homeless? You willing to starve? Are you willing to go be broke? Are you willing to ask your friends for money? Like, every actor, majority of the time, goes through one of those situations.
Yeah.
and I've been through majority of those.
Yeah.
You know, so are you willing to do that? Are you willing to be eating off of noodles for a whole month because it's so expensive in LA to live out here?
Yeah.
You know, and if your answer is yes, then we can go on.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. It's like how bad do you want, and are you willing
To sleep in your car.
to sleep in your car?
I've done that too. Done that as well.
Are you willing to sleep in your car? Are you willing to eat ramen for a month and not go out?
Are you willing to dance for like I will act for food? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how bad do you want it?
Yeah, but that's facts though. It's like how bad do you want it? How bad are you willing to go for this thing you say you want? Like are you willing to sacrifice all vanity for it? Like are you going to sacrifice like
going out?
Man, going out, but like just how you are perceived to the world? Are you willing to sacrifice that for this dream? Because that's what it sometimes is going to take. Like you're going to have to not go out. You're not going to be able to be shopping like you want to shop. You going to be starving some days. You're going to have to ask money. You're going to have to be like, hey, can I crash at your place for a few? I ain't got. You feel me? Like, because if you really going hard and you putting all your money into this shit and you spending classes and coaching and headshots and this shit is expensive.
Exactly.
So if you doing all of that stuff, money gonna eventually run out.
Yep.
And jobs. It's hard to find a job that supplements this type of career you're trying
especially
to follow.
if you have no experience.
Yeah.
So if your answer is yes, I would say okay. Well, first thing you want to do, you want to get headshots done. Don't get the ones you taking with not the ones you take on the back like a wall with a camera phone. Yeah, it's not a head. Don't do that. Like get an actual photographer and take some nice headshots. You know, and after that, you want to, I would say get in class, especially if you don't have any experience.
Yeah.
Because you want to go in that room and you green, and that casting director will remember you as that green actor, and they like, nah, it's past. They do that. They're like, no. Yes, he was good. They remember that.
Yeah, because you put a bad taste in their mouth. And
you don't want to embarrass yourself.
You don't. They're not going to call you back in and you do such a horrible job in the room. And you may not think that. A lot of people don't think they're that bad. It's like, oh, no, I can act. I've been doing this all my life. But they aren't really like trying. Until you get into that room, and this is a whole different arena. And you're going up against actors, like you said. Like,
and they on TV. Some of them don't smile at you. They just say, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
And you could do an amazing job. They're like, all right, next.
Yeah.
But deep down, they know inside, like, he killed that.
Yeah.
They're not going to show it, though.
It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing, man. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, how can you go, I think I heard Kevin Hart say this. It's like, yo, stand up, you get the applause. Like, he knows if he did bad. Yeah. So if he goes on the set and he does an arena and does stand up and he's like, yeah, and then everybody's like, right. He's getting approval that that's funny. If he does something that's bad, he's like, and they be like, crickets. He knows that's bad. He's like, okay, I ain't gonna do that joke again because it didn't hit. Acting's not like that.
Nope.
Because especially in an audition. In an audition, you ain't gonna get no feedback. You ain't gonna get nobody like, no. That shit is very rare that you get the people.
Unless you got relationship with that casting director.
Yeah. So you're usually in the dark. Like you don't know what you know what I feel like I killed it, but they ain't gonna show it on their face.
Nope. All right, next.
You're like, thank you for coming in.
You might see a little writing here and there.
Yeah.
You don't know if that's good or not.
Yeah. It's like,
Yep.
Thank you for coming in.
Sometimes they don't look at you. It's like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, you done? Oh, all right, go ahead. Next.
That's how it be.
Yeah,
man. About this.
Classes.
Classes. What else?
And then you want to find some rep. Now, when I say find some rep, don't go say I want to get with a main title or something like that, big management company. I want to go with them because they name is big. But if you have no resume, no credits, anything like that, you're gonna get shelved. So you want to go with somebody that's gonna fight for you and like work for you. Like, hey, I really want you. I like your look. I can see a future for you. You're gonna be great.
Yeah.
That's who you want to go. They could be a boutique agency.
Yeah.
But if they working hard for you.
Yeah.
And you seeing the results, they audition stuff coming in.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go right there.
Yeah.
Forget going to CAA or UTA or William Morris or
whoever,
that's gonna happen later.
Yeah. Focus on who's
they really want
excited.
you, they'll come find you.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I want to say to them. Find somebody who's gonna rock with you.
Yeah.
This is very important. You want to keep yourself around positive people. Have a nice little group where it's a plus too if they all in the industry.
Yeah,
Because you don't want to be around nobody that's always out partying, getting drunk, and smoking weed. Because they say you are who you hang around with.
Yeah.
And that's true. Because you hang around somebody that's always in the club and doing weed. Slowly you find yourself doing the same thing. You look up like, damn, I don't have a job no more. I've been out so much. I got fired from my job. I'm around the money. And now I got to go back home.
But that's the thing. Like, eventually you will be around other actors. Like, I feel like that's key because a lot of people that aren't actors, they don't get the life.
Yeah.
They don't understand what you're going through. I come from an audition and I come back and I'm venting to the homie that I grew up with. And I'm like, man, this shit didn't work out. I got this call back, but then this avail happened. They dropped me from the fucking pen, and they like, nigga, what are you talking about? What are you talking? Yeah,
I ain't no pen. You got a pen? I ain't no pen. You got a pen? You carry pens in your pocket?
Yeah. So it's like it's a disconnect there.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand the life. They're like, man, what? Like you venting to the wrong person.
Exactly.
But when you're around like-minded actors and people who are on the same journey as you, you guys can share the same stories and uplift each other because you guys are in it together. Like you get a bad audition, they get a bad audition.
Yeah.
And then you can vent to each other because they might have experienced it already and can give you an advice and vice versa.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a good one.
Keep yourself around positive people, man.
Yeah. You said something that I wanted to ask you about because you said some people get into it for different reasons and you have to know why you get in it. Why are you, what are you acting for?
Well, if you was to ask me this question when I was like 15, I would have said I want to be famous. Right?
Yeah.
That's not the answer no more.
That's not the
Like I really eat, sleep, breathe this shit. Like this all I want to do.
Yeah.
So I like to go on stage. Like I said, when I was doing theater, that I can play somebody else. That was like fun to me. Like I can. Like I remember in one of the plays we did, my character was like Steve Urkel.
So step out the character.
To step in that character and just become that person for a day or two, whatever.
Yeah.
That was fun to me.
Yeah.
I love to make people laugh and cry, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it was times where I had to do scenes where people would start crying. Like I love to have that effect on people. I can motivate, inspire people to become actors.
Yeah.
Or writers, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I would see stuff on TV. And reenact like scenes from Jamie Foxx, Martin, and act like them. Yeah. And it would be like family reunions where like, Isaiah, do that scene for Martin. They said, okay.
Well, she's on stage at a young age.
I was doing it in front of my family, making them laugh. I love that.
Yeah.
So that was my reason to get into acting. I have the platform now. I could do it on national TV.
On a bigger stage,
And everybody can see it. Like, that's the dude from so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? That's the dude that... So like the love for it grew. Cause like I said, my love at first was basketball, but that acting now grew all that. Like I want to be an actor. Like I want to act.
How do you cope with getting those? Because it's not always glitz and glamour. It's like there's ups, there's downs, but how do you handle those downs?
When I was, let's say, early 20s, I would handle it like real bad. Like as far as like I would get depressed and like sometimes I'd be in tears because I get to know like I really want that bad.
Yeah.
I say this to other actors as well, upcoming actors to you, like how should I say this? Have a side chick. Not like
have a side chick?
Like so basically like not like an actual girlfriend, but like have like a side piece where you got your acting, but have something to distract you from acting. Because if you focus on focus on acting too much, it can, like I said, depression can kill you. Yeah. That's why I say acting is dangerous sometimes. You think about it. Yeah. People go in depression and losing weight, that can affect your body and mind, and you can find yourself in the hospital. Yeah. So have that little side chick, not an actual girlfriend, y'all, but like, like I call it a side piece. Yeah. Where you can, like for me, I got my clothing line, which is right there, Too Authentic.
Come on, Too Authentic. Yeah. There you go. Right there.
Yeah. And that's my distraction.
This your side piece?
It's my side piece.
Okay.
I draw.
Okay.
I love art. You see the art on the wall, stuff like that. So I find something to distract me from acting, because if you sit there and think about acting all day, wait for your phone, my agent is going to call me today, you can stress yourself out, bro. Like, you find yourself just in here in the dark, just sitting here like, yo, I didn't get that call.
Yeah.
You know, so I found something to do where I can get my mind off of acting.
Yeah.
And that's when you get the calls. When you, I go hoop, lift weights, or start drawing.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets my mind from acting.
When you step away from it, that's when the calls start happening.
And that's my side piece.
Yeah, I like that side piece. I like that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take on it because once you step away from it, that's when the phone rings.
Yep, that's when they start coming.
I would have a dry streak, then I start doing my own shit. I start shooting. I start writing my own like skits and stuff like that, and I would go out and just start filming, and then I'll be out. And then I get the call because I forgot all about the call back. I forgot all about the acting shit.
That's when they come.
I'm just focused on creating my stuff, and then the phone start ringing. It's like
off the hook.
Yeah, it's crazy. So when did you discover that? Like when did you discover that as far as coming up with a side piece? Like
2017.
Okay.
2016, 2017, and I was like, yo, I just gotta let this shit go, bro. Just throw the script away, the size away in the garbage, and go on to the next, man. Because like I said, if you hold on, I can't have size linger around the house. Yeah, because it's gonna make me want to go back and like, man, I could have said this. So I throw it away because I would do something like that. You know what I mean? I throw it away, and it's up to God now. You know what I'm saying? So now I'll go hoop. You know, go to my friend crib, play the game, 2K or something like that, go work out. That was my getaway from it because, like I said, you sit there and think about that shit all day. Waiting for a phone call, and you don't get one, you're gonna be stressed out.
You've had different, agents throughout your career. How do you pick your agents? Like for an actor, watching this, like what's some tips or advice that you can lend them on how to pursue their agent meeting or manager meeting?
Events. You go to social network events where sometimes the agencies or managers or even cast directors be there too. You know, you want to network. Like I said before, you want somebody who's going to like root for you. That wants you, not just because I can make some money with him, but they actually like you as a person as well, and they believe in you strongly. Because that's the key. Some managers and agents, they get bored with you and they shelf you. They won't even tell you. They like, hey, you sent me out? Oh yeah, I sent you out. And they did. And some people don't know about let me see the report then. Some people don't ask about that. You can ask for a report to see what they sent you on.
You can, it's
submission report.
Submission report.
Yeah,
you ask for a submission report.
Actors.
Submission report. So if you go to your manager, your agent, hey, I want to see the submission report. The submission report will list the job they submitted you for, the episode, the casting director, the name of the role that they put you in, the time, and all of that. So you can see like, okay, they submitted me for Atlanta, they submitted me for Modern Family, and you can see who called you in and who didn't. But also you can use that as a reference to be like, okay, this agent or this casting director isn't calling me in. Let me start targeting that casting director to, get me to come in more. Let me send them a postcard, or let me update them on my progress. But submission report, that's a good one, because it's a hidden gem in the industry. Are there certain questions you ask when you go into an agent meeting or a manager meeting? Is there certain things that you want to ask that individual?
I always ask, the thing I ask is, do you have a relationship with the casting directors? That's the big thing. Is if you don't, then you're probably not gonna go out. If that casting director know who your agency is, then you're not going out. You ain't going out.
So you want to have a manager or an agent with good relationships with casting and stuff like that. Even like,
because that's a big key. Them casting directors, like, they have workshops as well. Actors, you want to take those. Definitely want to get in those casting directors' faces. They can see you. I'll ask them like, how far? I'll tell them like, okay, I want to be a household name. Do you think you get me to that step with your relationships? I ask them stuff like that because I want to have that career where I want to do movies. And I'll tell them that. Do you have the power to get me to that, into those rooms for like Transformers?
But that's a good key to like touch on. Like when you go into these meetings with a manager or an agent, you don't want to just be clingy, like, okay, and just sitting there and I just want to sign. Like they're asking me all the questions, I'm just answering. I just want to sign. No, because that's a needy actor way of approaching
And that
things.
turns some people off.
Yeah,
honestly.
so you don't want to be a needy actor. You want to go into that meeting prepared. You've done your research. You want to ask that agent, that manager questions.
You want them to
know,
be
like,
needed about you. That's what you want. You
Yeah.
want them to be like, I really want this guy.
yeah, you want to.
know?
It's a relationship, so it's like you want to approach that agency and that manager meeting like, okay, what can you do for me? Like
Yeah.
that's how you want to go. You don't want to go in like, hey, can you sign me? Will you sign me? Like,
Exactly.
you don't want that. You want to go in with your questions. Like, you want to go in like, hey, how do you see me in the industry? Like, how would you market me to the industry?
Yeah.
That's a good one too, because you will be able to know if they line up with how you want to proceed in the movie or the TV business. Because like you said, they would you want to do movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you like, hey, how do you see me in this business? Like, how would you market me to casting and whatnot to the industry? And they're like, we see you as a good TV actor, and like we can get you some print ads. It's like, okay, that doesn't line up with my movie goals and aspirations. So that relationship probably won't work because you have bigger dreams and aspirations. So you want to find an agent or a manager that's going to line up with how you see yourself in the industry and the goals that you have, because it's a partnership.
Oh, that's what I'm going to say. You want to ask them, do you just submit or do you pitch? That's a big thing too. They pitch you. Because some people just submit. I want somebody that's going to say, hey, this my actor, he could do this. This was he's in. He's a very,
Pick up
I
that
want
phone.
to know, pick up the phone, call him like, yo, forget that submit. Call him like, yo, I got this actor. He's good for this role. Please take a look at him.
Yeah. Here's his materials. You send him stuff. Like,
that's who you want, somebody,
who's gonna hop on that phone and pitch. You don't want the person that's gonna click buttons. Anybody can click buttons.
I can do that shit.
Yeah, I can click buttons.
Be
my
my own
self.
agent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
who's gonna hop on that phone call? Who's gonna hop on that thing? It's
exactly.
Like, no.
And bug them like, yo, I want you to see my client. He's good for this role.
Yeah.
And make them see you.
Yeah.
And you don't got to get the role. You can just you ain't got to get it, but you can do an amazing job where they remember you and bring you in for other roles.
Yeah, yeah.
So pitching, asking them, are you good at, like, do you pitch?
Yeah.
That's a great question to ask them.
You know, you've been on multiple different sets, TV, commercials, movies. You've done, a good amount of work on different, formats of the business. What's some good set etiquette that people can mimic?
Show up on time.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be an actor. That's an actor that always come late. I don't want to work with him no more.
Yeah, yeah.
Know your lines.
Mm-hmm.
Know your lines. Be off book.
Yeah.
I pray before I go to every shoot. I pray in my trailer before I go out and perform every time.
Yeah.
I do it every time. It's like, if I don't do it, I feel like I won't have a good day.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to pray.
Yeah, I be doing that in the car.
Yeah.
As soon as I pull in the crew parking.
I have like a little thing I do where, I listen to certain music that gets me ready for that character. But some you don't want to do is on set, you want to be in another actor's face talking about acting all day.
Yeah.
We on set acting right now. Why you, bringing about?
Yeah, yeah.
So, hey, what agency you with? You think you give me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We here to work. Like, don't bring that up because you mess around and be talking to the one of the lead actors and he can get you removed from the set.
I did that. Because I'm a curious person.
Yeah.
I did that and that shit hurt. Like, I was
did?
It hurt because it was like, because I'm acting with, like, it was Samira Wiley from she's in Handmaid's Tale. She's in Orange is the New Black.
Okay, yeah, I know you're talking about.
I did a show with her, and I remember we was in the van, and I'm just like, damn, like when you work with people who's like up there, I want to know, like, damn, like pretty much what I'm doing with Givin the Game. Like, I'm like,
they'll talk to you.
No, some of them will for sure, but like I remember we was in there, and I was just like, hey, so like, how did you start? Like, any tips? Like, I was trying to get game, and she's like, hey man, I ain't trying to talk about acting right now. I was like, oh, all right. And I was like, damn. Fuck, that's it, man. I was like, damn.
Sometimes they won't even tell you. They'll talk with you, tell you, and they go tell you, hey, he's doing too much.
Yeah, he's doing too much.
Yeah, somebody get that guy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I was just like, oh damn, that shit hurt. That shit crushed me. I was
you don't want to be that actor.
Yeah. You don't want to do, like you said. You don't set acting. Don't ask about acting. Read the room.
Unless they bring it up.
Yeah. What do you feel is the worst part about the business to you?
That's another good question.
Yeah.
It's so many, man. Like, the worst part, I think, is politics. Because you can be amazing for this role, but just because the director knows the other guy, their best friends, and he probably did a way better job than him, he's gonna pick him because he knows him.
Mm-hmm.
Now you thinking to yourself like, man, am I a good actor? Like, I do good.
Yeah.
Now you find yourself depressed again.
Yeah. Now you find yourself depressed again.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Politics is a big thing in the industry.
100%.
You know, and like I said, you gotta have the strength to handle that because that happens in 90% of the auditions.
Yeah.
You go in there and give a Denzel performance.
Yeah.
They leave out crying.
Yeah.
And you still won't get a call.
Yeah. You still won't get a call.
You know why? Because of politics.
Politics, man. On the flip side, what do you feel is the best part of acting?
The best part is when you get on the set, when you get the call and say, hey, you booked the job. That's the best part. That's the best feeling, I tell you.
Yeah, well, you say, hey, you booked the job. You get that call.
That's the best part, man. Because when you get, put on pen and the veil, you happy for a good 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, it's been a week now. I haven't got a call.
Yeah.
Now you're like, man, did I get it? Now you bugging your agent.
Yeah.
To email them and say, is he still on the veil?
Yeah.
Sometimes they won't let you know. You just won't get a call. Or sometimes say, hey, he's been released.
Yeah.
So actors don't get too excited for the pins and the veils because that don't mean you actually booked it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just know you did a good job. Take it like that. You did an amazing job from the pin you.
It's a booking without the paycheck. That's what
exactly.
It's a booking without the paycheck.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yep.
But take it as a win because it is a win.
Yeah, because you're doing a good job. They see you.
Yeah.
And it will bring you back for something else.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. What advice would you give young Isaiah that just started acting?
To be patient. Somebody asked me recently, he said, if you had the power to go back and change something, would you? I said, no. Yeah. I'll do the same exact thing. You know why? Because why would you go back and recreate God's plan for you? You know how stupid that is?
Yeah.
Why would you go back and recreate what God had planned for you? Now you
God?
You know what I'm saying? You just messed the whole trail he had for you.
Yeah.
Like, if I went back and changed everything, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you right now. I wouldn't change nothing.
Yeah.
And like I said, the advice I would give young Isaiah is to be patient. Be patient is basically the main thing because I was impatient. Like, if I didn't get a call, I'll start panicking. Sometimes you won't hear nothing for a month, but they can call you anytime. You just be surprised.
Yeah.
So just be patient and just, what's the Bible verse? Be still, know that I'm God.
Yeah.
Be still.
Be still.
It's coming.
Let's go. Be still. Be still.
Be still, man. In the past, I would do everything the same way. Because like I said, there's a reason why I went through all those things I went through, coming up in the industry, especially being out here in L.A.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, tell you that.
Yeah. No, hell no.
It's not easy at all. I'm not going to say a lie to y'all.
Yeah.
Out of every 10 actors, there's always one that's going to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest, the other 9, we got to go through that struggle.
Yeah.
Which is very unfortunate. But like I said, I actually like the fact I went through those situations because I have a story to tell, like I'm telling you now.
Yeah. You got a story. Yeah.
If I didn't have that, I wouldn't have nothing to talk about. I said, hey, I booked this as soon as I came out here.
Yeah.
That's it? Yep. All right, we're done.
All right, that was Givin Game podcast with Isaiah Jarel. But you ain't got no game to give.
Exactly.
You ain't got no game to give, and that's a good one because I think one of my old acting teachers said that it was like, people will see somebody blow up and they're like, damn, man, I wish I was them. They just came out here on a TV show now, on a Netflix series, da-da-da-da. But the thing with that is they have no story. They can't give the game back.
Exactly.
There's not going to, he said there's not going to be anybody at your campfire. So when you think about a campfire in the woods, around the fire, and all the kids
That's
like, oh man, what story do you have to tell? Oh, I just came out here and booked it. Who the fuck gonna want to sit at that motherfucking campfire?
That's it?
That's it?
I paid $100 for this?
Yeah, nobody gonna want to sit at your campfire. You want people to be able to sit at your campfire and soak it up like, oh, damn, you went, because then it's relatable.
Exactly.
If you come out here and just blow it up, that's not relatable because not everybody can do that.
Yep.
But if you like, I was on the bus, I was pursuing something else, and then I was like, man, I'm just gonna come out here and just do it. That's more relatable than just moving out here and then blowing up. You were taking classes. You didn't have money. You were, doing seminars and all of these things to, get around not paying for classes because you still wanted to do it. So it's stuff like that that makes people flock to your
I could have
village.
it was so many times where I got discouraged, bro. I could have gave up a long time ago. Like, it was an incident. I mean, I could talk about it now. It don't make me emotional, but it was an incident where it happened in 2016 where they thought I was somebody else. They was looking for somebody that supposedly robbed a restaurant, and they thought I was him.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And that day, bro, I could have just went home.
Yeah.
Because, like, that was my first time ever experiencing being in shock. Like, your body just locks. Like, you don't know everything is, you don't hear nothing. You just like, yo, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
And then when you got 15, 20, 30 police out there with guns like, pointed at you, you know, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and this is right. It's around the time when Mike Brown got killed, I want to say. So they was trigger happy.
Yeah.
And I just knew I was going to die that day. And I was so scared, man. And I could have gave up that day. But you know what? God had a different plan for me. He has angels out there watching me because they could have pulled that trigger so easily. Yeah. But he's like, nah. I got an angel right here. 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 I got 4 over here. They was all surrounded by me, man, bro. And all I thought about was my mama, man. Like, when she see this, when she hear this, she probably going to lose her mind. Her son was killed in the street they thought he was somebody else. Yeah. And when they figured out I wasn't him, they laughed. You know how fucked that was, bro? It was crazy, man. But
you still stuck through it.
I still stayed through it because she told me to come home. So Isaiah, come home, get your stuff, leave. I don't want you out there. It's not safe. I said, no, Ma, I got to stay. Yeah. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is how passionate I am for acting.
Yeah. What do you think separates you from all the other actors who are pursuing this, that aren't on a Truth Be Told or The Resident? They're not, doing movies and TV shows and commercials and stuff, but they're still grinding. But you are,
I don't say it separates me. I just say it's all timing. Everybody has a different time. You can be acting for like 20 years and you still don't have that break, but it's timing. Yeah. It's a numbers game. That's what my manager always say.
Yeah, it is numbers, man.
So you could be a fantastic actor. Yeah. But your time is not here yet. Yeah. So you keep grinding until that time comes. You know what I'm saying?
That's a gym right there. That's a gym right there.
Yeah, man. Just keep grinding, bro.
Keep grinding until that time comes.
Because as soon as you give up, and that's what I tell actors, man. I don't really like this saying when people come out and say, I'm going to give myself a year. I hate when people say that because, like, you already failed right when you said that. Yeah. You just failed because you said, I'm going to give myself a year. If not, I'm going to go back home. Like, you don't know what God has in store for you. He might say, I want you to show me you want it. Yeah. I'm going to give you, for 5 years, show me how bad you want it. Damn. And that 6 years, I'm going to take you to the next level you can't even imagine. Yeah. But you left 5 years ago because you couldn't take it. Damn. Now you living in what if.
Yeah, now you living in what if. First of all, it'll take no damn year to do this shit.
No.
You can't be like, I'm going to give myself a year to get a co-star.
The average, was it 10 years overnight success? Is it like the average? 10
years, yeah. Yeah. 10 years to become an overnight success. Yep. But it's like, even then, it still may not happen. It may be 15 years for you. Like you said, it's all timing.
You might not get your first role to 20 years from now. Yeah. But are you willing to sit here and stick to it for 20 years? Yeah. Ask yourself that, because if it's yes, then, hey, bro, my brother, the road is right there. Yeah. Go on it. Yeah. Because if it's no, then, bro, I'm not even going to tell you, don't waste your time, man, because there's going to be times where you might not have no food to eat. Yeah. You don't have no money. Yeah. No clothes.
You gotta pick up a side job. You gotta do all types of stuff.
How bad do you want it? It's the passion.
It's the passion. You gotta have a passion for this shit.
Are you willing to risk your job for this audition? Yeah. My answer was yes.
Risk everything, pretty much. Yeah. You damn it. You pretty much risking everything. People move away from their families.
I did that for sure,
move
bro.
Move away from your family. Like, you do all of these things for this dream. Mm-hmm. And you got to think about how many actors and actresses are moving to LA every fucking day.
Thousands, bro. We
overpopulated. Thousands every day to pursue this same shit that motherfuckers is doing right now.
It ain't easy, man.
It ain't easy, but
it's not easy.
To like what you said earlier, it's like, how, like, are you willing to be homeless? Are you willing to eat ramen? Are you willing to do this and that to pursue this dream? Mm-hmm. That's what it all ties back to. Now, how do you feel about, the change in the industry with, like, self-tapes and all of this stuff now?
Okay. My thing on self-tapes is, bro, like, it has its perks, where you can do your self-tapes as many times as you want and send the best one in. Mm-hmm. That's the good thing about it. The bad thing about it is you can't be there in person, they can see your personality.
Yeah.
You can't really tell through self-tape
Yeah.
that you're doing at home. Unless you sit there and say, hey, my name is Isaiah Jarel,
Yeah.
But it's just better in person because in person, they might say, because this happened to me before. I did an audition where in person, she said, hey, where you from, kid?
Yeah.
And we bonded right there. And from that point forward, she brought me in for like 3 regular roles that same week, and one of them I was paying for.
What?
So yeah, that's the
thing.
That's the perks of going in the actual room.
Yeah.
And with self-tapes, like I said, you have the luxury of doing it more than once.
Yeah.
And in the audition room, you lucky you get to do it twice.
Yeah.
So that's my thing on it. But, I think right now, self-tape's going to be in for a while.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. I mean,
I don't
at least
think it
theatrically, but commercially.
It makes it easier for casting, actually. So I don't think they're going to change it no time soon.
Yeah.
So I got to adjust it to it real quick. Like we do this shit anyway.
You got to adapt. Yeah. I think I'm going to go into the speed round. We're going to the speed round.
What's the speed round?
Speed round is how I wrap up the interview.
Okay. All right.
These rapid fire questions. All right. The first thing I do when I get to set is blank.
Pray.
The first thing I do when I get in an audition is blank.
I'll call and see who can help me do a self-tape. Who can help me? Who gonna help me, man?
Before I know these lies, I need to know I'll be able to get this shit filmed.
Yeah, because
if I wasn't acting, I would be blank.
I would pursue basketball. Yeah.
Besides acting, I'm also really good at blank.
Drawing. I love to draw. Gymnastics. I did gymnastics growing up. I used to flip. Hoop. Mm-hmm. That's one of my things. I love to play basketball.
Besides the juggernauts, Denzel, Eddie Murphy, Viola Davis, who would you like to share the screen with?
Shia LaBeouf.
Ooh, he had that one ready.
He cold, bro. Like
Shia LaBeouf is cold.
He's good.
He cold.
Like not a lot of people praise him. He's underrated.
Hell yeah, Shia LaBeouf cold.
The man had a free acting class in Compton. And I was mad I get a chance to experience that. I was so pissed, bro. Because I'm not from around here. So why would I go to L.A. and Compton?
Yeah, Compton in the first place.
Yeah. So the man is brave for doing that.
Yeah.
But the man did his own free acting class in Compton, bro. That shows me like I respect him way more. Like that was cool what he did. So yeah, I want to work with him so bad. He's good.
Okay. If you could only choose one genre to act in, what would it be?
Drama. Yeah.
Okay. If you ran Hollywood, what's the first thing you would change about it?
I will create more opportunities for us, Black people. A platform for us to create, and because there's a lot of stories that us as African American that we have that's not being told, or not being told the correct way.
Yeah.
So to create a platform so they can broadcast that to the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Who's your starting 5 actors? You got the dream team.
Denzel.
Okay. Denzel running the point, or what Denzel running?
Denzel, he running the point.
He running the point. All right, Denzel running the point.
And then you got Mr. Jamie Foxx.
Jay Fox.
Shooting guard.
Cold. Shooting guard. Come on, the 1 and the 2. I like that.
You got Will Smith as a small forward.
Ooh.
Shia LaBeouf is power forward because he rafty. Like, he got that attitude. Like, he might be small, but he's strong.
He got that thing.
And for the center, Viola
Davis at the center.
Yeah. She's a strong Black woman, so she gonna be our foundation for the team, the center.
Yeah,
she blocking all the shots.
Ooh.
That's my starting 5. I know
that's
Viola.
Your starting 5. That's go up against anybody.
Yeah,
and I give you one more. Who's the 6th man coming off the bench?
I'm gonna go with Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Yeah. Okay, Forrest Whitaker off the bench. Okay, it's the apocalypse. You in a bunker. You got you got some electricity, but you ain't going out there. Them zombies is out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got one TV show and you got one movie that you stuck in there with that you watching forever.
Yeah.
What's that one movie? What's that one TV show?
Man on Fire.
Ooh, that's my movie.
And Entourage.
Ooh. Yeah. Classics. Hey, man, this was good, man.
Hey.
This is it, man. You did the thing.
Appreciate it for having me, man.
Yeah.
Finally on here, man.
Finally on here, man. We out here.
Yes, sir.
That's your camera right there.
Okay.
What's next for you? Where can people see you next? what you got down the pipeline.
So
what's your social media?
Okay.
Where can they follow you? Promote your shit. Dude, go ahead.
Yeah.
Throw a hat on. Like,
got my clothing line, Too Authentic. You know, it's the same we say in Chicago. It's like basically saying like, you loyal, you real.
Mm-hmm.
Might be like, oh, she authentic. So I made it just too authentic. So that's my thing on that. So if you want to purchase a hat, just DM me at my Instagram at Isaiah Jarel, ISAIAHJAREL. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna put it.
I'm gonna put it down
below.
There. Yeah.
I just finished a show with I can talk about it now. So Octavia Spencer, Gabrielle Union, and Mekhi Pfeiffer. It's called Truth Be Told. We just shot the 3rd season.
So Apple TV, right?
Apple TV. And they got the first 2 seasons out now. It's very cinematic. It's good, man. It got Aaron Paul in it.
Come on, Breaking Bad. Yeah, got a nice cast.
You know, it's dope. And right now I'm also shooting another show I can't talk about yet, but it's I'm the lead.
Okay.
Number 2 on the call sheet, man.
Number 2 on the call sheet,
Number 2 on the call sheet. And let's just say I'm just blessed to be working.
Yeah.
You know, especially during times like this.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't know when your next job gonna be.
Yeah, you never know, man.
You never know. You
never know. You got any last minute gems to give to the people? That's your camera right there. Any last minute game? Give them the game. Any last minute game that they can run away with?
Let's see. What can I say, man, to these upcoming actors, man? When I say this, I'm not making this up, bro. When you write stuff down and you say it, that stuff comes true.
Mm-hmm.
The tongue is powerful.
Yeah, life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Exactly. Manifest it. Write your goals down on a piece of paper or on a cardboard box, whatever. Write it down somewhere on a piece of notepad.
Yeah.
Write on your damn wall if you want. You know what I'm saying? Write that shit down, bro.
Document it, though.
Write what you want. Ask God, tell God this is what I want. This is what I want to have by this year.
Yeah.
Now, I guarantee you, if not everything, but 50% of that stuff on that wall, that paper is going to come true.
Hey, write it down.
And I've done it.
Write it down.
I got mine over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got work to do.
Yeah.
You know, I got stuff in there. I still want to, man. And like I said, just be humble. Keep God first. Have a tunnel vision. Be focused, man. Don't get cut. And then, like I said, LA, man, for us men out there, these women can, they can distract you. So just if you can, just find one, man. Just stay with that, because you find, come out here, we got multiple women. You gonna lose money, and lose time. Lose time. You know what I'm saying? Because that can happen. You know what I'm saying? It's expensive out here.
Yeah.
It's expensive out here, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You might find an apartment for a little 400 square feet apartment for $3,000. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just stay focused, man. Keep God first. Stay humble. And don't be that annoying actor.
Don't be that annoying actor, y'all. That was it. Thank y'all for checking out another episode of Givin Game, the podcast, with my guy, Isaiah Jarel.
Yes, sir.
He was dropping them gems off like a motherfucker, y'all. I hope y'all pick them things up and put them to use. If you're watching this or if you're listening to this and you like what you heard, like what you saw, comment below, like and subscribe. Follow the station on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify.
We everywhere.
We everywhere, baby.
Global.
So wherever you hearing this at or wherever you watching this, please hit the subscribe, like, or follow. It really helps out the channel.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of great guests coming up. So until then, we'll see y'all next week with a new guest, with some new game. We out.
So,
Yeah.
Woo! That was fun.
Yeah, man.